Hey everybody, Colin Shadwell here. I know it's been a long time since I've made a YouTube video, almost 4 months. But in that time I've made some big changes. I've updated my pottery studio. I've bought a brand new kiln, which will be up and running here pretty soon for my own personal use. And I've been making a lot of pottery, some successes, many failures, but along the way I've gotten some good pieces out. So I'm back with some new videos. And the first one I'm going to do is this one here. So I've got a big old vase. This guy right here, it's got nice little black slip that I put in here, some chatter texture, and I actually made 2 of these. So I have this one which kind of uses like a more of a celadon green. It's got a nice little foot on the bottom, big hole in the middle. And then I've got this one which is more dark and broody. Still same thing, some black slip, some chatter. This uses a storm celadon glaze. Same kind of foot here. So let me walk you through the process of how I make these, and then we'll talk about the glazes that I use, and you'll get to see the entire process. So here we go.
Alright, so here we are, get started. And again, I want to apologize to everybody for not having made videos in a long time. I've been recording a lot. I've been making a lot of the summer. Usually the summertime's the time that I make the most, and you know, I ended up having a lot of pieces that I made and then, you know, didn't work out as they went along. Either the glaze messed up or it cracked along the way, so it just turned out that a lot of those videos were a lot of the same pieces that I was recording. So I ended up with a lot of useless kind of videos. So, but I'm happy to report that I've got some edited here, and they're going to be coming out over the next few weeks. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel because more videos are coming out, and I'm excited to see what you guys think about them. So. Again, on these guys, I made 2 of these, and I won't say they're identical. They're pretty close to being identical, but they're, you know, made in the same style. I was kind of going for a tall, chattered vase with a slight indent on the top. So as you can see here, again, just trying to get height out of these guys. I always tell my students that you want to go for form first, getting your form straight, and then go function second. So I don't know what I needed there. I guess I needed more water. Sometimes I end up just leaving the camera and forget that I'm recording these things and just walk away. But luckily, since I play them so fast, I come back fast too. So again, I'm just trying to go for height. Once I get my height, then I can start stretching this out in the way I want to. And I'm because I know of the form beforehand and I have a plan. There I go again. I'm just leaving. Oh, now I'm back. Because I have a plan and I know what kind of form I want to make. You can see I'm just trying to keep this guy collared in. I want to keep this guy cylindrical as much as possible. If he starts bowing out too much, then it's going to be tough to get him back in. So just first of all, just trying to get the height. At this point, I'm just trying to smooth out all my finger marks. Excuse me. And again, collaring him back in, making sure he stays cylindrical. Now, obviously, because this is playing really fast, it seems like my wheel is moving really fast when in actuality, it's actually moving very, very slow at this point when I have this much height. You want to try to keep it contained, try to keep it, you know, going at a pretty slow speed so it doesn't get out of control on you. So I had this great big new long plastic rib, which is great for these. It really kind of helps straighten everything out, makes the outside surface really smooth, which is good for what's going to happen later on because I'm going to start adding some slip to this. So once I have the outside part kind of where I want it, I'm going to start working on the top part here, which the top part's always the hardest part for me. Getting this guy collared back in the way I want. If you want to get a nice tight bottleneck on some of these things, it's really tough to do. So I was hoping to get somewhat tighter than this, but I didn't want to push it. So I'm kind of mirroring the same bevel on the bottom. Again, I'm going to use my nice long rib tool here just to kind of smooth out all of these parts, getting them as nice and smooth as I possibly can now before I start the next part. And again, using my chamois on the rim to make sure that's nice and smooth. So what I'm adding now, this is just Amico underglaze, just black underglaze, which is basically just a colored slip as far as I know. So it's really nice to just kind of go on and put it on smooth. Coming back now, this is dried a little bit to a leathered hard stage. So I'm going to take my chatter tool here and chatter through the black so you'll be able to see the white underneath, which is kind of a technique that I'm sure I've seen somewhere, but I'm going to claim that it's my idea, even though I'm sure a million people have done it already. So when it comes to doing this, you just want to be smooth. I just tried to be really consistent in the way I went up the piece because I wanted to do this in one pass. You can see I got a little off the top, but I think my second one might have been a bit better too. So I did 2 of these, like I said, the exact same way. But you can see as when we slow down here that you'll be able to see a nice cool pattern going all the way around, which is pretty unique. I like that a lot. So when it came to the foot on this, I didn't really have a way to trim this as this was so tall, but it was still pretty thick on the bottom. So I thought I'd just kind of carve out a unique little foot, which in one way will lighten up the piece so it won't be quite so heavy on the bottom. but also kind of gives it a unique kind of look to it as well. So I just kind of quartered it up, put 2 lines in the middle, and then kind of cleaned up all these edges because, again, you don't want anything sharp on the bottom of these. So kind of got it the way I sort of wanted it, and then just kind of went through and hit it with a sponge a lot until it was pretty clean. So these guys were, a little bit heavy on the bottom, but nothing too bad. I tried to go down pretty deep when I dove down in the first time, so they're not too thick on the bottom. Okay, so when it comes to glazing these, I use 2 different kinds. This first one is made from Amico C27, which is Storm. This is from the Celadon series. I highly recommend that you get plenty of coats on these guys to get so it doesn't streak as much. The second one I did was Amico PC40, which is from the Potter's Choice line, which is true Celadon. This is the Storm one, which I thought was really cool. The black slip, kind of shows through. It's a little more of a similar color to the Storm, so it doesn't pop out as much. And then the Celadon, it really popped out too, so you can really see that black underneath, which is a really cool feature. So hope you enjoyed this video. Click up here to subscribe, and hope to see you soon.